Okay, and I am recording. Bloop. Alright, everybody, now here's the next tutorial on making a chair, since I couldn't keep my brain together long enough to do it last time. Okay, I need to move it over one. Actually, I'll move it up a little bit, because you know why not? And as you can see here are the three stools that are based to the RTP, and here is the top of the railing for, wrong one. Hang on. Nope, hand tool. The bed here. That is also used in the hospital houses for any of you that have seen that. Now, Dim, I'm going to take this. Actually, I'm going to take off the bars first. Just move them over here. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it down to here. Maybe move it up a little bit. So that would mean I'd have to move this back down to here to give it space for that. Ooh. Okay. Plenty of room. And just like this. Drag it over. Erase that little speck that appeared because it's unnecessary. Gonna select these parts here, copy and paste them, move them into place, Control E to bring them together, and now I've got part of the chair coming together. And I'm gonna select this, gonna move it here, ahem. Actually, I'll move it into the middle, and then see where the other ones, how they whirl. I guess it's okay if they end up closer to the center, sort of. Doesn't look too bad. It actually looks kind of right. So, I'm gonna copy and paste those as well, and drag it down. Pardon me. I'm gonna blur that just a smidgen. And now we've got the top part of our railing here. And let's see, I think I'm gonna drag it. Whoop, forgot to merge the layers. Let's see if I can drag it. Actually, no. I'm gonna control X to cut it, and then I'm gonna paste it back in. That way, it's got its own little layer, and we don't accidentally screw up the stool. Let's see. Because when you look at a chair that's got railings in its back, it's not exactly on the edge of the chair. Since the dowels have to go into the wood itself to give it support, it'll always be moved in a little bit like so. This is not too far, but this is just right. So 1 pixel in, I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to go Control U, and I'm going to give it a bit of color. Colorize, drag it up to the orange area, get a bit more saturation, and darken it a little bit. That was a little too much darkening. Maybe a bit too much saturation too. Gotta love how the saturation is like a fine balance. I think that would be good. And let's see if I can adjust the brightness and saturation a bit more. There we go. Hit OK. And I'm already at D. But I think I'm going to select this darker brown color. And I'm going to change the opacity to about 50%. And I'm just going to retrace over certain areas of it with the dark brown to give it the shading it needs. Oops. Oops. Maybe not that much shading. Take it. Cut. Brush. Brush. As I screw up again. Cut. Cut. Brush. Erase that part. And we'll zoom out. Let them look half bad. And we'll zoom back in. And I will merge the layers so that the chairs, well actually, I'm going to merge the last one so that the stools and everything are still in their own thing. I'm going to copy it, I'm going to paste this baby, I'm going to move it up, drag here, and erase this little thing right here, and in the former layer as well. Because sometimes there's little faint bits of stuff. Gotta colorize it again, and I'm going to saturate it up, and then I'm going to drag it down, bring it up, drag it down, make it a nice dark sort of oakiness or something, I don't know. Okay, and we'll zoom out. So it makes a very good dark chair and a very good light chair. Gonna merge layers again, and I think I'm gonna select some of this. Do that for this one as well. Not that much. Let's try this again. And copy and paste. And drag it down 1 pixel. Now it looks better. Hit E and zoom in again. And I'm still set to the dark brown. And just for certain small parts of it, like right here, 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 and here. That way it looks more natural. Yeah. Now it looks more like it's coming. It's not exactly towards the very back of the chair, and then it's going into the wooden seat of the chair as well. Which is something we quite really want. Let's see now. What is it, Portuguese? What is it, my Portuguese? Mom's already taken you out. You've got water. Oh, you need food. Food? Is what you want? You want food? Food? You still have breakfast. You still have half of breakfast. You still have half of your breakfast. My dog is a picky eater. Anyhow, back to the video. I'm going to select the chairs again. I'm going to copy them. I'm going to paste the bad boys. I'm going to put them over here. If they would not. There. Now, the good thing about chairs is here. And now you buggers up. And Poochie's going to try to mind meld me for something I don't know what she wants. Anyway, the good thing about chairs is you can very easily make the backwards facing. Okay, let's screw it. I'm just going to select the whole entire backing. Just got to remember that there's 2 pixels we'll have to replace. But we may not have to, since if we drag it all the way down here, yeah, we still have to replace them. No big deal, so we're going to cut them and paste them back. Leaving 1 pixel, because right, these darker areas right here, those are the edge facing towards us, so we need to have the railings at the back still set to 1 pixel inwards. Shift. Now what? I'm going to go into the bottom layer underneath the new railings, and I'm going to select these portions of it. And let's see, I did 3 for that one, so 3 for this one as well. I'm going to copy it and paste it. And now I'm going to go 3 transform and flip vertical. That way the lighter portion of the chair is where it needs to be. And just leave 1 pixel of an empty space between where the railing is and the edge of the chair towards the front. Right here. Now we can merge all our layers. Now we have forward and backward facing chairs. Unfortunately, it makes the chairs look a lot smaller than what they really are, but that's because of foreshortening and such. I'll just leave them as they are. Sideways facing chairs are not as easy, but they're not especially hard either. What we're going to do is we're going to exclude where the railing is for right now, and we're just going to select it. Select where these stools are. Zoom back out. I'm going to copy them and paste. Oops. Come on, move. Going to, let's see. Actually, I will leave them right there, and we're just going to select the stools and move them. These ones right here. And go back to this one. We'll zoom in again. And for making the stools on the other side, and not the stools on the other side, but these right here, how we got the new edges to be there, we're going to do the same thing. Effectively, go copy, paste, and then Control-Shift-T, which makes it repeat the same action we had just done. But this the repeated action changes every time though, so you gotta be careful of that. Because I have resized so many things without meaning to. And again. And then you can compare it by moving it a hand, Control E. I have to do that. And just move it closer and compare the size, and if it matches perfectly, you're good to go. Now then, we're going to add our side railing. And what's given the position of the chair, it would be better just to make a sort of bar looking thing. So I'm itchy. Now we're going to select the bars here. And let's select this one here. And we'll do the same thing to the lower one. Gonna copy and paste this mother. And we're going to move it over. And since it's already got that dark line over here, we don't have to worry too much about it. And I'm going to leave that one, actually, yeah, I'll leave that one space of pixel, even though you don't see it in the forward facing one. I'm just going to leave it. It looks good. Now, not all chairs, some chairs go straight up and not all of them do, so what we need to do is we're going to go by twos. So that this is, well, actually, wait, it wouldn't be really twos, because this is, yeah. We're going to go by twos still. So we're going to exclude the bottom 2 pixel layers, or rows, and we're going to move it back. And we're going to do the same thing repeatedly. Actually, I don't think that's a bit too steep for this. We may want to go by 3 pixels. And just move it back to give it a slant. Yeah, that works out much better. And now we'll move these back. Oops. Go back up you. and we're going to select this, and we're going to move it up. I'm going to zoom out first, and I'm going to move it over, and now I'm going to free transform, flip it to your right, which is 90 CW. Yeah, and let's see. I'm going to cut off this end right here because we don't need it. Yeah, pardon me. I'm going to move it right there. I'm going to take this end. Actually, what I can do is I can free transform again and just shrink it down. That way it would make its own blur effect. Move that in there. Control E. And let's see the looks of it. I'm going to cut off the additional pixel there. And let's give it one more roll back. Okay. Sometimes you've got to experiment with it. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. That works. That works. And now I'm going to select this row right here where we've been working. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go underneath the layer it's in and paste it. That way we can just move it in as we need it. Cool, huh? I'm going to go and merge those down together. And now we need to adjust some of the shading. So I'm going to get the darkest brown back. I think I might go with this one up here instead. Hit the brush tool. Oops, wrong layer. Still just looks like black though. Hang on. And I'm in the wrong layer again. Maybe it needs more than that. So it's more obvious what the color is. But then again, maybe with brown it ain't gonna matter. Dang it. And for the other side, try to give it a slightly darker outline towards the side. That way it's easier to differentiate between the background and the foreground pole. And there's this poochy again about something. I don't know what she wants! Unfortunately, I'm not very good with my doggies. Didn't Mom just take you out? Didn't Mom take you out? You just want love? Where's a pet psychic when you need one? I know, it's really bad that I say that because at this point, she's been with us for a year. I should know what she wants. Unfortunately, I'm stupid, and I will be attending to her once this chair is done. I'm just going to select these areas. Give them a quick blur. Maybe not that much blur. Filter, fill blur. Almost! I'm almost talking about her being irresistible. I'm almost using her. Fabulous. 1 second. I'm almost done in here. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut it short because Poochy is whining for something. I don't know what, but I must attend to her. I will see you all later. Hopefully this really short tutorial has been helpful in some way. Poochy. TTFN everybody. See you later. Stop.